In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my June fragrance tray. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, I will be sharing with you my fragrance tray for the month of June. But before we get into the June fragrance tray, we'll be clearing off my May fragrance tray and I'll give you guys a brief recap. I don't have much time today, so I'm gonna try to go fast. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So this first fragrance that's coming off is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose, and this is a watery rose and musky scent. It's very soft, very feminine, but not too stuffy or too serious. This was my most worn fragrance off the tray this past month, and I actually featured it in my most recent favorites video, so make sure you check that out. I will link it for you all. Next up is Clean Reserve Skin. This is a skin scent, so it's musky. It smells like skin. It has a little bit of spice to it, not a ton, but it's almost like this kind of peppery feel to it. It is beautiful, easy to wear. I wore this to bed quite a few times this month, and I actually think I wore it to the gym a couple times as well. Next up is BDK Passe Soir Extrait. This is a fragrance that focuses on the note of quince. Quince is a fruit that comes off to me very juicy, kind of tangy, but also sweet. In addition to the quince, it has ginger in it, I think, some peppery notes. This is beautiful. It is a darker scent. I think it might have patchouli or something as the base that gives it like a lot of depth. And I did a solo staycation this past month, just an overnight, but this was the fragrance I took with me, the only one I took, and I really enjoyed it. I was staying at a hotel that had a casino, so, you know, there were a lot of smells in there, but I still was able to smell myself, so that's definitely... That's definitely a winner for me. Next up is Vanille Cafe from Contour Sous Pacifique. This is a vanilla coffee scent, so it kind of smells like a vanilla latte to me. And I've had this for a long time. I decided to put it on the tray this past month to kind of wear it to bed, and I think I only wore it one time. I do still like it. I just wasn't in this kind of mood, honestly. Next up is Lilac Love from Amouage. This one went on the tray because I wasn't sure about it. It is a floral scent, so it's a lilac scent, but it also kind of has this chocolatiness to it. And I don't know if it's patchouli, maybe it's like a chocolatey patchouli, but it has this earthiness to it as well. And I wore this one time this month, and I kind of had to force myself to wear it, honestly. And so I'm not going to keep this because every time I've worn this, which may have been only one other time before, I feel like I had to force it. And when I wore it this past time, I gave it a chance, but as I was wearing it, I got a compliment on it from my husband, but I just felt like I wasn't enjoying it. So I'm going to be parting ways with this. I'll be decluttering this. Next up is Lipstick On from Maison Margiela Replica. This is an old favorite of mine, and I'm really glad I put this on the tray this time around. This is a cosmetic product, like lipsticky, iris type smell. It has tonka in there as well, so it gives it a little bit of nuttiness, a little sweetness. It's powdery. I love this. It is gorgeous. I wore this maybe like 3 times this month, and I'm glad I put it on the tray because it's been a while since I've worn this. Next up is High Frequency from Initio. This is a floral scent that has a nuttiness to it. Maybe it's like almond, and I think honey as well. It's a pretty scent. I wish I would have worn this more this month, but I feel like because I had so many new fragrances and because I traveled this month, I feel like I just didn't get a chance to wear this as much, but I did enjoy it the few times that I did wear. I think I may have worn it like twice. Next up is Acro Bake. This is a lemony vanilla gourmand scent. Love it. I put it on the tray as one I wanted to use up, and you can see it's done. Like, I can still spray it out if I try hard, but it's at the point where it's like I have to like be holding it in exactly the right position. So it's done. I'm going to put it with my used up fragrances because I really have a hard time getting it out at this point, even though you can see there's a tiny bit left in there. But yeah, I'm counting it as done, and I really enjoy wearing it. And honestly, I'm a little sad that it's gone, but I think this will give me a chance to try out some of my other lemony gourmands, like get back into those. And then, you know, if I decide to add this back to my collection after I kind of play around with some of my other lemony gourmands, then I will. But for now, I'm just going to be done with it. Next up is Roja Enigma Oud. This is a pretty girl scent. It has like peach and some other fruits in it. It's like a fruity floral. It's a lot of stuff in this fragrance, but to me, it's really just like an elegant, pretty girl fruity floral. It has oud in it, but the oud really just helps to ground it a little bit. You really don't smell oud per se. Like, you can tell there's something deeper in it, but it really is like a fruity floral. This is an easygoing, like feminine, elegant scent. I only wore it once this month. I did enjoy it when I wore it, but this is just the kind of fragrance that I feel is very elegant, and in that way makes it a little bit harder for me to wear. Still will be keeping it, still enjoy it. I only wore it one time this month. And then lastly is Baccarat Rouge 540 Extra, and I'm glad I put this on the tray because I really enjoyed wearing this month. I think I only wore it twice, but I can tell you before then, it's probably been months since I wore this, so probably at least 4 or 5 months since I wore this. So I do still love the way it smells. In comparison to the Eau de Parfum, this one has more of an almond scent to it. Not a ton of almond, but it has an almond scent, and it's a little bit thicker in my opinion. But I did really enjoy wearing this, and she's still that girl. All right, so let's go ahead and load up this June tray. If you've never seen one of these videos from me, the way I do my monthly trays is I pick out 10 fragrances and then put them into categories, so that way this tray can serve as an easy reach no matter what the occasion may be. I do not limit myself to just wearing these fragrances for the month. It just is in a place where I see it, so it kind of serves as like an easy reach for me. So this first category is my day-to-day fragrance, and for this category I picked Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. So this is a play on the original Flower Bomb. So you have that floral, that like patchouli, that sweetness to it. However, this one adds in, I think, an additional pear note, if I remember correctly. But anyway, it makes it fruitier, makes it more juicy, makes it more playful. It's a little bit lighter than the original Flower Bomb. It's one that I love and I tend to reach for in the hot weather, but I haven't worn it in a while. But you can see I have worn it, but I haven't worn it in a while, so I figured this would be a good one for the tray. The next category is my special daytime scent. So if I'm going on a day date or something like that, and for that I picked Greenwich Village by Bond No. 9. So this is a lychee scent, I believe. It has like this light watery fruitiness to it. It also kind of smells citrusy. It smells musky. It has this airy sweetness to it that will put you in the mind of Baccarat Rouge. However, I don't think they smell alike, but it definitely has that same kind of sweetness to it. This is a beautiful scent. I love to wear it during hot weather, and I haven't worn it in a while, so it's going on the tray. The next category is my bedtime / cozy scent, and for that I picked Vanilla Diorama from Christian Dior. So this fragrance is a vanilla scent, but it is like a orange vanilla. The vanilla in here leans gourmand, but it also has like the spiciness to it, booziness to it. It's not like cupcakey. It's more of a dark but boozy, sweet vanilla. And then the orange in here is just really beautiful to me. It also smells a bit ambery and even kind of slightly animalic. Not a lot, but slightly animalic in some ways. But anyway, I love this scent. I don't typically wear this in hot weather, but I've been thinking about wanting to wear this lately, so I figured I would put it on my tray for a bedtime scent. This next category is my night out category, and for that I chose Ouverture by Xerjoff. So this is a fig fragrance, but it is spicy. It's not the traditional fig. This is like a spicy, deep fig and coconut, but it has some greenness to it as well. It's just I feel like it's kind of a weird scent, to be honest. And this is one that in theory, I like the way it smells, but I really don't reach for it. And so it's kind of one of those fragrances I wanted to put on the tray to just see, like, do I still need this? Or is it time for me to part ways? Because this is one that I kind of feel like it's one of those fragrances that I really have to think about in order to wear. I can't just pick it up. I have to be in the right mood for this. And I also feel like it smells different whether the weather is hot or cold. Even though I think it works well for both because it is strong enough, but I think it smells different based on the weather. My next category is a date night in. So this can be just a night in with my husband watching movies, or a girls' night or whatever, but basically something more than just going straight to bed. So the fragrance I decided to choose for this is Hoja de Cuba from Berdoues. So this fragrance I've had for a long time. This is not a very popular fragrance. It's one that I love, but I haven't worn it recently. So it's a tobacco fragrance, but the tobacco in here is very airy. It's very like almost, I don't want to say it's clean, but it definitely is like an easygoing tobacco. It smells more like tobacco leaf as opposed to like a tobacco in a pipe or like burning or smoking. It's not ashy at all. It's more like a tobacco leaf and some muskiness. Like it's not strong or anything like that, but it is something special about it. I really enjoy this scent, and I haven't worn it in a while based on like where it sits in my collection. So I decided to go ahead and put it on the tray this month. My next category is my gym slash clean girl scent, and the fragrance I chose for that is Maderai from Memo. So this fragrance, I believe, is a peach fragrance. It's either peach or nectarine, but it is airy, it's beautiful, it's a little bit woody as well. It doesn't come off too sharp. It doesn't come off too sweet. It's just easygoing. And honestly, this is probably a stretch for a gym scent. But I had picked this one out, wanted to put it on the tray, and I was just kind of figuring out what category it'll fall into. And as I continued to smell it and I sprayed it on my hand, I'm like, you know what? This could be a gym slash clean girl scent because it is very easy going. So typically for my gym scents, I either pick citruses or musk. This is a little bit different. Even though it does feel like it kind of has a musky background, it's more than that, but I think it's going to work. So we shall see. Either way, it's going on the tray. The next category is a fragrance that I'd like to use up or put a big dent in. And for that, I went for Alien Goddess. So this is a like salty vanilla and coconut scent. It does have some florals in there, I think jasmine, but nothing is too strong. It just smells tropical, easygoing. It's beautiful. You can see I've used, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm basically to here on the bottle. So I'm almost out of it, and this is the time of year that I like to wear this, so I feel like I should go ahead and use this up. I do have the intense version of this as well, which is a lot stronger. It's different, but I also feel like this fragrance is very similar to a lot of fragrances that I have for summer, and so I feel like if I use this up, I don't know that I would necessarily miss it, although I do love the smell of it. So I figured let's go ahead and put it on the tray this month and empty another bottle. My next category is a fragrance that is brand new or one that I've never worn. And for that, I picked Dark Rose from Octavia Morgan. This was sent to me a few months ago, and I do love the smell of it. It's like a dark rose, obviously. So it's a dark rose that kind of smells syrupy, almost like there's a plum note in here, even slightly boozy. It is beautiful. However, it's very strong. And so I feel like the first time I got this, I sprayed it on my hand, which was a mistake because I just kept smelling it and it was a lot. And I always tell y'all not to test fragrances like that on your hand because sometimes it could be too much. And I felt like it was too much with this one. So anyway, I'm putting it on my tray this month so I can actually wear it like a normal person instead of just spraying my hand and continuously smelling it, just to see how it goes because it is a beautiful scent. And I'm thinking that maybe it may work for a date night or something like that. My last category is my wild card category. And for this category, I just pick two fragrances that I just want to wear. It doesn't matter if they overlap in reason or whatever. It's just, I want to put them on my tray. So my first wild card is Instant Crush from Mansera. This fragrance is a spicy, like saffron, sweet kind of scent. It is reminiscent to Baccarat Rouge 540. However, they are not the same. This is definitely more of a powerhouse. It has that kind of Middle Eastern flair to it. It is really pretty. It's one of, I think it's my first niche fragrance. And yeah, I decided to put it on the tray this month because I actually answered a question on Instagram and this was the answer to that question. And I was like, you know what? I need to put that on my tray for next month. So yeah, pulling this out, an old love of mine. And then my second wild card is from Sospiro, and this is Maraschino. So this is a cherry fragrance. The cherry in here is bright and juicy and fun. And then it also has these floral tones to it. So I did a full review on this when I first got it. And I have to say, I don't know if I've worn it more than like once or twice since I did that review. And so it's time for me to test this out and see if it's staying, if it's going, if I still feel the same way about it. I'll link the review for you guys. But this is the time of year that I think this fragrance would work well. So I'm putting it on the tray to see, you know, what happens. So that is my June fragrance tray. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? If you do fragrance tray videos, make sure you post yours so I can check it out. Make sure you check out my description box down there. I'll have links to all the fragrances. So all my fragrances from last month, fragrances for this month, and my fragrance tray. So if you want any info, make sure you check out the description box. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.